We will be doing question 28.39. A hollow metal sphere has inner radius A and outer radius B. The hollow sphere has charge positive 2q. A point charge positive q sits at the center of the hollow sphere. Part A is to determine the electric fields in the three regions. R is less than or equal to A, R is greater than A but less than B, and R is greater than or equal to B. Part B is how much charge is on the inside surface of the hollow sphere and on the exterior. Now I've drawn out the sphere, and as you can see, the inside here is hollow, and there's a ring around it representing the sphere. We have the two radiuses B and A, and these correspond to A is the inner radius and B is the outer radius. And so we have a positive 2q charge on the outside and a point charge on the inside, positive q. And these lines represent the hollow area, the ring, and the outside. So using these two equations, we're able to derive an equation that we can use to determine the electric fields, which is E equals Qn over 4 pi r squared epsilon naught. So we're first going to find the E field at the points r is less than or equal to A, which is this line right here. And this represents the interior of the sphere, but does not count the shell of the sphere. So it's only counting the interior point charge of positive q. So with that, we can just plug that straight into the equation and get this as the answer. Now we're going to move on to part 2 of part B, which is what is the electric field between A and B. And so this is this part of the sphere between radius r and the end of radius b. So it's the shell of the sphere. Well, the shell of the sphere has a net charge of 0 since it's inside the shell of the sphere. So we can just write down that E2 equals 0 newtons per coulomb. Finally, we have the third equation, which is r is greater than b, which is this part of the sphere from the outer radius and on outward. So we have the interior charge q and the outside charge 2q. We can just add these together and get 3q over 4 pi r squared epsilon naught. Now we're going to do part B, which is how much charge is on the inside surface of the hollow sphere and on the exterior. Well, we know from our second equation that the interior of the sphere has a charge of 0. So a charge that is on the interior of the sphere must be negative q to compensate for the positive q that is the point charge in the center of the sphere. So a point charge on the surface, interior surface of the sphere, has a charge negative q. The next one is, what is the electric field at a point outside of the sphere? Well, we determined in the third part right here that the outside has a charge of 3q because we have a charge 2q here plus the charge 1q here. So we can determine that a point on the exterior of the surface of the sphere has a charge 3q. And that is it